Into it.
Hello to week 22 of the Manga Club. I'm your host, Jeff, and this week we read High Rise Invasion. For the month of October, starting with this week, the next 2 weeks, and then one special week at the very end of it, we are going to do strictly horror-related things. First manga we're reading is a slasher. I had a definition pulled up on my phone because I wanted to seem like a good host, but...
I actually have a definition. Oh, I had it.
Of slasher?
Slasher, like definition of slasher films.
Yeah, I was Googling slasher tropes so I can absolutely pwn Robert, who is being such a downer about it.
A slasher film. Yeah, so here, I got it right here. A slasher film is a subgenre of horror films involving a killer murdering a group of people, usually by use of bladed tools, although the term slasher is sometimes used informally as a generic term for any horror film involving murder. Film analysts cite an established set of characteristics which set slasher films apart from the horror subgenres such as splatter films and psychological horror films. Splatter films, I'm assuming they're talking about like over-the-top gory films.
So what are some of the tropes of a slasher film? Sorry to cut you off, Alyssa.
Oh, no, just trying to differentiate from a splatter film to a slasher.
Oh,
Slasher.
Yeah. I was hearing spider. I was like, the fuck's a spider film?
Is splatter film something Lily Tai was doing in 2005 on Howard Stern?
Yeah, so a splatter film is a subgenre of horror film that deliberately focuses on the graphic portrayals of gore and graphic violence.
Yeah.
What are some of the tropes associated with it, Alyssa?
Characters making like really dumb decisions just for the purpose of the slasher, about to get them to build up suspense, I guess. I don't know.
There's one. Will, two. Let's go.
You need generally a set type of cast to fill the tropes.
Very true.
So like, your jock, your smart dude, I don't know.
Remember Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah, so then I'm like, you got your jock, you got your fool, you got your slut, you got your innocent, your
virgin,
your
whore.
And what does the slut do?
Die first.
Sucks dick. I mean,
whips out her titties without fail.
Hell yeah.
So Michael's page behind him is now explained for all those
people
complaining about the panty shots. Who's seen Jason?
Wait, but all the panty shots, she's not the whore.
She's a whore. She's wearing panties.
She's wearing. Would she be more of a whore if she wasn't panties?
No, she'd be my girlfriend probably. I'm gonna go off camera for a second.
It was Alyssa not wear.
Okay, we don't need to go there.
We're gonna back up.
All right, that's a different cast.
Rewind.
Right there.
And typically the killers are indestructible. The difference with this manga and a lot of the tropes are the killers seem to just be dropping, but there's like a million of them.
Yeah.
So it's like a hive mind type deal, kind of with the killers.
Yeah. So who wants to explain the manga? Cece, you haven't talked much. Sorry for handing it off to you when you were yawning. Michael, how's your wee tea? Slam it. I want to see it.
I'm almost done. It's hard to. It's
shotgun it. Let's go. Poke a hole in there.
Fucking just get a hammer and just fucking.
All right, Cece.
What?
Yeah, the question.
Give us a synopsis.
Synopsis, please.
The girls teleported to a world where they're not allowed on the ground.
Oh, it's an isekai.
On
die, Will.
Is it being rude? I can barely hear Cece as it is.
That's it.
Yeah, that was my immediate thought too. It's like they have a word for this where you just suddenly plopped into a virtual world or some kind of
translated to a new world.
Yeah, but don't they have to die first and then get reincarnated into like something different?
Isekai is literally just transported to a new
raise your
world.
foot. That'd be great. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I'm a little buzzed. I had one whole thing.
Fuck. I ended up kicked my table by mistake. My foot up. I actually thought my screen was about to come down.
You're going to hear your lizard's cage slash. Can Michael in that back? Every time you disappear, your head disappears into her ass.
Actually.
Turn around over time.
You gotta go like back and like up.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to do earlier.
Try to 180 exactly where you're.
No, you gotta go up though. There you go.
It looks like that.
It's like giving birth.
Like that. The main character on that a world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist.
Oh, so good.
Scott Henry's over your face.
Yeah.
So we hopped into this world. What's the name of the main character? The chick?
Oh, yo.
No, that's her brother.
No,
Did you say her brother's Oni-chan?
You made
I recognize where I got that from. Shit.
I mean, she's not wrong.
I technically know. I was wondering why you were asking me that earlier. I was literally going to mention, by the way, Oni-chan.
Yuri.
Thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yuri.
Yuri.
Y-U-R-I.
Shoujo.
Oh, Yuri. Yuri on Ice.
Next up, we're reading Citrus. Speaking of Yuri.
That's not horror.
It's whore.
Whore's in the title.
But yes, our girl Yuri shows up. Was it immediately on the roof or was she in a room? Oh no, she's in a classroom.
Yeah.
It's not a classroom, just in a hallway.
I thought she was in a classroom with like a teacher's head cut off.
It starts off with her in a room watching somebody get their head cut off. It was a few chapters later where then she says the last thing she remembers was her in a classroom. And then looking outside at the skyscrapers, and then all of a sudden she like turns around and realizes she doesn't turn around while she's looking at the skyscrapers.
Skyscrapers?
There's skyscraper. Everything just changes. And I think the guy that's dying was also in her class, I believe.
No, it was just random, dude.
But in your opinion, Michael, did he deserve to die?
100%.
Did you see the way he was dressed?
Did you see the look in his eyes? He was gonna fuck me. Sorry, what?
These fucking get derailed so fast. She discovers there's a murderer right in front of her. I think the first mask is wielding a axe.
Yep.
Yeah. She takes off, realizes she cannot go downstairs. She's kind of forced to only go up. Ends up on a rooftop just to find out she's essentially on a series of skyscrapers, and they're all connected by these rope bridges, like wood plank, swing bridges kind of thing. And she slowly gets the vibe that the mask doesn't want to kill her, but will if she doesn't jump off the roof. Gets away. What happened to the first guy? Did he just trip off the roof or something?
He chased her, and she like shook the bridge, and he fell off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Oh, yeah, no, he swung his axe at her while she tripped or something. Wasn't that it?
I can quickly find it.
I read it like as soon as we're like, let's read High Rise because I like it. Has anyone eaten Rice Krispies today?
No, not today. No.
Okay, just wondering.
I mean, not
like,
for a couple months.
Rice Krispie bars you talking about, or just Rice Krispies? Yeah, I can't talk.
Oh yeah, it looks like he goes to swing. She's like, no, and like holds it, and then just ends up tipping it. Mate.
What did you say?
Is Spanish? What the hell, Will?
Japanese, I think.
Will pulling up the Spanish.
A la cucaracha. I don't even know if that was even Spanish or not.
What?
I had someone drive by and call me Kimosabi just on the weekend.
Yeah, that was a little rough.
So that happened.
Hey, gringo. What you doing in my town, gringo?
Shut the fuck up, Michael. From there, yeah, she gives her brother a shout. Turns out her brother's in the world. She makes a plan to meet up with him. However, she loses her cell phone. The only thing they know is that there's a very high skyscraper that kind of has this needle point on top of it. She wants to get this. What's that?
I was saying it's a skyscraper of skyscrapers.
Very much so. And she wants to get as close to it as possible because her brother says that she's near it and trying to use it as a point of navigation to kind of figure out where she is and pinpoint it. Instead, she decides that she wants to get really close to this helicopter, take it over, and essentially just get to the ground and escape these weird rooftops.
Yeah, that's pretty much the story.
Learning more and more about the world.
That's pretty much the story for the first like 5 chapters. And it's slowly just more and more gets thrown into it, and you're just like, is this purgatory? Okay, no, it's not. Just a different world. Is this okay? Yeah. Oh, I'm starting to get it. No, just kidding. Now we got this to try to figure out.
So the world bugged Mike so much that he had to read.
No, that's the thing, is the world itself doesn't bug me. I'm genuinely interested in this whole thing that they're in, and I want to figure out. But every single time, I even feel like they're even like hinting towards an answer. Just something else comes crashing in.
So,
God damn it.
Have you been introduced to God mode yet, Mike?
I think you asked me earlier. That's the where I finished off was the other blonde chick that she's with, Neo-chan, whatever the hell the name is.
Yeah, when you keep on poking up, you're like,
Neo-chan.
She puts on the mask from
Neo-chan.
the chef because the chef was like, yeah, I have a defective mask. So she puts it on, and now she's unlocked like a bunch of strengths, but so far it doesn't seem like there's any weaknesses. And then that old man just ran into them after they killed that rider mask, the motorcycle mask, I guess.
Mm.
That's where I stopped. So chapter 66.
You went
above and beyond what?
Yeah.
Us as the manga club, we've only read the first 2 volumes, and it ends at.
They're making a team.
They just killed the scissors girl, or like the scissor hand girl.
Yeah, with the garden shears. Fucking Freddy Krueger.
The Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, the Freddy Krueger. There you go. And now I saw that I'm not saying I hate the manga. Like, I'd like it. The only thing that was just bugging the crap out of me was like the character development of Yuri. Just every single time, it wasn't like, oh, I'm in this world. Oh my gosh, somebody's is killing somebody in front of me. Struggle, like almost die multiple times, and then barely get out there and like run away, and then almost die again, and slowly figure out how to like survive or piece things together. It was just like, oh, somebody's dying. Wait, my big brother said that if you see a sniper, put yourself 200 meters away, and now it was that kind of shit. Well, I was like, no, that's taking me out of it. That's my only like major complaint, is the character development of Yuri. It's too fast. Everybody else, I like their character development. It's like nice and steady, or they introduce them and they're already a psycho. But it's just Yuri is just like, is your brother a god? Is your brother like some weird special forces? Why does your brother know so much about random historic snipers or like murder things? Like, what's going on here?
I was thinking too. Like too much stuff.
Yeah, and like too much stuff that's specifically happening to her now, basically. So that's why in the back of my head, I'm like, are they in purgatory? Is this like some weird death thing? So that's my only complaint for it.
Your complaint is completely invalid. Well, what'd you think?
It was not my favorite read.
No?
Nah.
You sack of shit.
And then I was like, I wonder where this goes. So I read the very last 2 chapters. I'm not going to spoil anything. But I was just like, oh. Yeah, this sounds dumb.
Yeah. I told Will that I was okay with spoilers, so he told me some information, and that just kind of sealed the deal. And I'm like, God damn it, now I really have to read up to it to fill in these gaps. Because what Will told me, I'm like...
He doesn't really explain anything, but it gives you enough to be like, oh, okay, it's just going to get super convoluted for like no reason.
Yeah, it holds on to that pretty roughly. I got like 10 volumes of it upstairs. And Alyssa and Cece, how'd you like it? How'd you enjoy it?
And if you accept it for what it is, I liked it.
Exactly. If you accept it for what it is, it does a good job
doesn't know
being what it needs to be. A
not
slasher
good.
gore fest on top of skyscrapers with the occasional panty shot to keep you interested.
Like, if you watch Final Destination movies, and not a slasher movie per se, but again, that's one of those gore ones. You just accept it for what it is.
Yeah, but it keeps its premise simple.
Yeah, like they kind of let
Final Destination is a simple movie.
Yeah.
Hang on.
And that's what I'm saying.
A movie and like a series like this, like a book series.
But that's what I mean. I don't.
A simp.
There's nothing wrong with this series and this manga. I like it. I know I keep saying like I'm torturing myself by continuing to read it, but I genuinely like it. It's just I guess it's just Yuri. I guess it's Yuri. She's the one that I just something about her.
She's the one.
I kind of want her to die.
Is it kind of like that? You guys' major complaint about Naruto, just like, oh, this thing got introduced into the series. Let's just automatically introduce this weird, subtle character thing for Naruto to specifically be overpowered enough to overcome the obstacle.
You know what happens in the second half of Naruto after the time skip?
What's that? They
introduce elementals, and it's fucking dumb. That pissed me off as a kid. Like, yo, you never caught on that Sasuke can use lightning, also fire? Naruto, everything you do is wind related. It's like, at what point was it fucking wind related?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Sorry, go back to high res.
Well, I'm just saying, like, it's a writing issue where you introduce, like, a new barrier. What's going to happen to the character? Oh, here's a thing that I'll all of a sudden remember to overcome the barrier, and it just kind of that.
I just have a feeling whoever was writing this didn't know which way he was going to take it as he was writing it, and he was kind of making it up as he went along. Yeah. He didn't have a through line that he had a plan.
Well, if some mangakas do a story and it actually gets popular, their publishers will push them like, no, we got to stretch this out. You're
I know that. Yeah,
right now.
Yeah, and like this concept, it's a great concept. I like it, but it seems like if you were to watch an actual anime of it, like there's not an actual like anime of this though, right?
Probably just an OVA hentai.
Yeah, probably AVAs kind of.
So you can tell like they introduce something at the end of a chapter, and each chapter is only like 10 pages. So they introduce something at the end of the chapter. They quickly deal with it in like 2 or 3 pages, and then kind of some dialogue happens, and then at the end of another chapter, something else small they introduce. So I like this concept. I like the idea, but I feel like if you're going to do short chapters, just don't introduce, solve one after another, because it just seems like it just goes way too fast, and they're just shoehorning way too much stuff in there.
That I can get behind.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of thought. If we're going to do a slasher, we can't do this as a series. But for 2 volumes worth of just horse shit, balls to the walls, murder fest.
We're losing.
Oh, God damn it.
Jeff, if you can hear us, your mic. Yeah, and Alyssa too, both of you guys.
Yeah, you're going to have to repeat that, Jeff.
My hand's flying through space.
All right, you seem to be okay now.
I think,
okay.
Yeah.
No, I was saying as a series, specifically Halloween spooky related, this would not have worked. But as a 2-volume balls to the wall murder fest slasher, I thought it was a good way to start off the month.
Like I think like what we've read so far, it's simple enough that like nothing's really too bad. It's just like reading the last 2 chapters and thinking like what's kind of going on is what kind of just threw me off.
Yeah.
But the simplicity of the early chapters, like those first 2 volumes, I think is okay.
I think the other thing that they could have done is instead of just constantly introducing a new mask every chapter, was just have like a set core of like masks basically, where
other than
they run away, and then like at the end of one chapter they think they defeated or they defeat one because they've had to go through like 10 chapters of like just torture and like almost dying from this one mask, and then hiding, trying to learn about the mask, trying to learn about the world, where they can finally gather up enough information to destroy this mask, versus
make it like the raid. Each building is its own level that they have to like.
Yeah, instead of having where it seems like there's like 100 different masks, just make it a small group where they are a lot stronger, and each chapter they barely escape the death from that one, and they're slowly learning how to kill it from the world. Like if they just slowed it down a little bit, I think this would have been an easy like 10 out of 10 for me.
I think you're talking a little too Walking Dead, and that's honestly kind of cringe, bro.
Okay, Walking Dead was good till like what, season 9?
Did you say season?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was every Sunday kind of guy. I think it was season 9 is where Walking Dead got ruined. Anyways, That's how I feel with the manga. I like it, like the idea. And also, I think
you're just not in love with it per se.
Just not in love with it. It's not a 10 out of 10.
When you tell me that you love me,
I never make eye contact.
I feel like we're on different pages.
Yeah, I always kind of tell you like, I love things. Yeah, you have to love things. That's how I do it.
So here's a cool ass question for you. Which one was the sickest kill?
Ooh. I think it's when. Oh fuck!
Thinking.
Okay, hold on. Now I gotta make sure it's one that's in the chapters that we've read.
I think visually, the one that I really liked, and it was one of my favorite panels, was there's like the 3 other high school guys that get introduced, and very brief. I think only for a couple chapters. And
I think it's literally for 2 chapters. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one. They introduced like, oh, soon it can be like this if someone ends up putting on the mask and they turn. Yeah. Because one of the friends starts to go after the other group. And then there's one really cool panel where the guy gets slashed right down the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then
he's like, let me at least finish writing this down or something.
Yeah, but what I thought was super cool about it was like you... Yeah, I'll just pull it up because it's easy to explain.
Yeah, we can go favorite panels right now. Let's jump to favorite panels.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Starting with Alyssa. Did I miss you?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones. Just because, again, look, I didn't catch that right away. Like the glasses part. Yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, it's just like a visual thing. Like, oh, wait, no. We're like on the inside and we're seeing the whole flash. That's cool.
I think that is one of the cooler ones because I think all the other ones are just like basic cut their throats, but most of them they just get thrown off the buildings.
Those are fucking badass too, though.
Those are. You can like visually hear the sound that they're like describing.
I do like how like sometimes they do, sometimes they don't like show the splatter. It's usually just like a panel like right before they hit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that panel.
Sometimes they show the splatter, sometimes they don't.
Where she's in full motion. Falling, but instead of showing her halfway down the building, she's a fucking foot above the that one. That was like so sick.
Yeah.
And they almost always, just before they hit the ground, always show like their last thought of like inner dialogue in their head or like actual verbal dialogue before they like splat kind of thing, like, oh, you can escape. Boom. Like just some big fountain of blood.
Yeah, these are some of my favorites. Wow.
Death is the ultimate escape from all.
What else? Yeah, that one looked funny to me.
Gotcha.
Cool. I think that was like the maid mask or something.
Yeah.
What was the maid masks thing again?
Just like overpowered or something. She
like jumped across the gap of a building.
Oh yeah, she was fast, right?
Yeah.
Just a little bit more overpowered than some of the norms. Hang on, I'm bringing Cece's up.
Sure. Cece, is your favorite kill in your favorite panels?
I don't remember what I sent.
Okay, well, we'll find out in a sec then. All right, these ones are Cece's.
Okay, there you go.
Oh yeah, I sent 2 screenshots. They're basically the same, but she'd be like, I killed someone. She's like, whatever. Anyways, like continue on. Like, I just like laughed as I read it because I'm like, she just killed someone. Like for a second she was scared, and then like the next second she's like, whatever.
Anywho.
Yeah, this is when I'm pretty sure this is when she killed that cop guy.
Yeah, I think this is like her first kill.
Yeah.
You can like see in her eyes like, oh my god, I just did that.
I just did the bang bang.
Because I thought this one looked like a shoujo manga type, but it was like horror type. It's funny. It funny
almost like a self-aware panel by the artist.
I thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, the ricochet?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, oh, come on.
My phone out, like, seriously?
Is he shooting lasers so that like it ricochets off the reflection of the knife?
Was that a bullet?
Yeah.
The sniper one.
That's like in fucking Dark Knight Rises when he shoots the truck to shoot one of the cops. And he's like, I'm trained as a detective not to think anything's a coincidence. Ping! And he shoots the fucking truck to ricochet his bullet. Oh, never mind. Fuck.
That sounds funny. Like a funny running gag thing.
It landed in.
And I thought the translation was like bad, but then I read the rest. I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, I couldn't see it smoothly, yeah.
And just her laughing about death again. As if it was nothing.
I let you live.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
One of those parts that you really had to dispel reality was right in the very beginning when she not only witnessed that one suicide, but that dude fell off, and she's like, well, I guess I better keep moving, and just fucks off.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to, like, I guess say is because of that early stuff. I was like, God, you just pissed me off, and I just don't like you anymore as a character. Because of stuff like that.
Yeah. Right, Wells?
I think
so. But then if we were to talk about slasher movies, it's the same bullshit. They're like inside a cabin, like,
yeah,
someone just died, and you all need to listen to me right now. And you're like, listen up, bud. Let's just fucking cheers and chill out.
Yeah, no, we need to get out of
cabin
here.
In the woods. We need to split up. We'll cover more ground that way. It's like, it's like we should stick together. They like release the gas. No, we gotta split up. Yeah, let's split up. Wait, what? No.
Yeah, wonder. What? That's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
So much iconic tropes that make a slasher.
Velma.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like this one. Obviously, it's just almost comedic. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way.
Like if this were like a more cute-looking character, that would be a comedy thing.
They're not cute. What are you talking about? Look at that man.
When I saw that, I did giggle a little. Like, that's kind of funny, creepy, but like funny at the same time.
It's funny, creepy. Yeah. Like if you just see it, like if you were there, that'd be creepy as shit. But it's just like it's kind of funny. Oh, that's one of the ones. Yeah, it's the.
Yeah.
I think it's the teenage boys ones because they both fell.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't my favorite death, but I thought it was just cool. Just one of the first panels and thing.
Mm-hmm.
Creepy.
I thought he was gonna be like there longer, but he's just off in like the third chapter.
Oh fuck! I didn't save it. I didn't actually like save any favorite ones because honestly, all the gore was good. But I do remember there was one panel where it just had a very like Texas Chainsaw vibe.
Like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. But the guy had like cornrows. Like it was like. It was early on. I don't remember what chapter it was, but he kind of had like cornrows or like bigger, poofier hair. Yeah. It just really looked like. Actually, he might have also had a chainsaw. Was there one where they had a chainsaw in this one?
Not that we read. I don't think.
Okay, then you know what? Then this is like later chapters. I should not have read ahead because now I'm like, it's like starting to like blend. God damn it!
What's up with this panel, Will?
I just thought it was funny because they had to like put her in this pose to like put her gun in a holster. Her legs just look weird.
What's wrong with the pose? Well, her shirt's all ripped up. She can't fucking stand properly.
It looks like she has osteoporosis.
Mm-hmm. And that tight shirt was the only thing holding her together.
There's just a lot going on in this one, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Will and his panty removal, of course. That's what didn't make sense to me. How come she's going to grip him from the top and it doesn't show a panel of her pulling them clean off, which is what she did?
Okay, we can get off that.
Okay.
16-year-old girl.
Little sketch drawing that Michael has had as his background for this entire time.
Yeah, I've been looking at him.
No.
Yeah, I don't have it as a panel though, but like my favorite kill is actually when the cop kills the other cop.
Oh, I like the cop dying. Just
he's like pushes him off
her shirt. No, just and then getting his head blasted, and you fully see like the impact.
Oh yeah,
that was sick. That was sick.
Sick, bro.
Oh, so if you could murder anyone in cold blood, how'd you do it?
Don't have it in me.
Will, same question.
If I were to murder someone in cold blood,
yeah,
how would I do it? I don't know. Probably somewhere super public, but no one knows me, so I can just keep walking.
You'd worry about the consequences, you simp. Okay, Mike, same question.
I think I would go into like an all out like rage, like a kind of rage, and just go to town, just
bare hand.
Yeah.
Go into your inner American schoolboy.
Pretty much, yeah. Wait,
If there was a
Schoolboy.
fucking mass murder high school thing where a dude physically beat down everyone as he went, that'd be some shit.
He would be the ultimate fighter.
He comes out, gets arrested, but Dana White shows up with a belt, and here you go, son.
Yeah.
Never in the history of anything has anyone shown up to high school been like, all right, everyone. Actually, that's like the premise of like 8 animes. I remember way back in high school, I saw this one anime. These 2 dudes are like, we're transfer students from across the town. And they're like, oh, we don't take too kindly to your kind. And the 2 characters spend the entire fucking first episode kicking the shit out of every single member of that high school.
Which one is this?
I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but it's so bizarre. I just remember specifically someone created a GIF of one of the scenes where like they were down to the last 2 versus 2 high school students kind of thing, and one dude grabbed the dude by the collar and was just karate chopping him repeatedly. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Cece, if you were to murder someone in cold blood, how'd you do it?
Be good enough so I can get onto like true crime.
Ooh.
Crime TV.
Be famous for your art. Also, murdering is art. We've established this. We're hoarders. This is what we do. We hoard shit.
Horse shit.
And for me, I'd probably tape like 3 live cats and swing them by the tail. And that's my fantasy. I want to swim in an ocean of like soda pop. That's my fantasy.
The way.
Okay. And yeah, that's kind of all we can cover for the manga. It's not too in depth. I read the book and it wasn't like Alyssa taking pictures of it, so I don't have any favorite screens. So in the spirit of spooky months, we'll go to Michael. What's your favorite slasher flick that you've ever seen?
Oh, favorite slasher flick. I can't talk today. Holy
You're like me when I'm drunk.
Is that
Jesus.
fucking Wee Tea hitting you or something?
Yeah.
I want to say no, but maybe it is, but I don't feel anything. But maybe it's like I'm feeling the sense that I can't talk. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the feeling of not feeling is the feeling you were seeking.
Dude. That was
Holy
smart.
shit. Philosophical, is that the word you were going for?
That was a bit, yes.
Okay.
Philosophical.
Are you calling me deep, bro?
Yeah, it was a raptor.
Are you telling me you want to go deep? I mean, move on. Someone else.
Don't stop until your balls push against my butt cheeks.
Don't stop till I can feel your balls in me.
Don't stop until you pull it out slow and I hungrily back into you. Favorite slasher flick, Will?
Probably just Cabin in the Woods. I'm not a big horror movie dude.
Yeah, Cabin in the Woods fucking suck. Michael.
Fuck you.
Do you know what happened to Cabin in the Woods? Isn't that the one where they finished filming and they're like,
yeah, it was sat on a
no
shelf
one
for,
wanted to release it?
years.
Yeah.
This is
And
like a
eventually
very
Thor
self-aware
got
movie.
famous and they're like, fuck it, let's release it.
Yeah, it came out. Yeah, pretty much.
They're like, this movie has Chris Helmsworth and no one wants to release it. Let's do it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it got like super good reviews.
Michael, your favorite slasher? You never said.
Oh, sorry. I do agree. Will's is really good. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not a slasher, though. That's that gore one. Never mind. Or can I use that one?
Sure.
Oh, no, I should not ask that because now I don't
Are-
remember it.
Are you
Fuck do
reading
you
the
waffle a
one?
lot?
It's from 1991. It was a zombie movie.
Army of Darkness?
No. It currently holds or actually, I don't think they might not actually hold that record anymore. But at the time that I watched it, they held a record for using the most amount of fake blood in a movie. It was like literal gallons. It's an old. It's from the. I'm pretty sure it's from '91 or maybe even before the '90s.
Oh, Mars Attacks.
Is that it?
It's definitely not.
Oh wait, as I was typing, wait, no, Mars Attacks, no. Okay, come back to me in a second.
Did you know Mars Attacks sat on a shelf until people found out Chris Helmsworth is in it? So they
Brain Dead?
Wait, is that what you're searching up, Will?
Is it Brain Dead?
Maybe. I have to see a picture.
It depends if we're talking about Michael or the movie. Hey, yo.
I mean, both.
Cece, what's your favorite slasher flick?
Yes, American Psycho. I'm looking up some right now, and I don't.
American Psycho's pretty good.
Yeah.
I call that more a psychological thriller than a slasher.
Yeah.
It was better than slashers.
But I mean, he does do some slashing.
Mm-hmm. Slash the gash. Alyssa, favorite slasher?
Yeah, I think my more favorite slashers would sit in the realm of psychological thriller because I think like The Strangers was one of the ones that like genuinely creeped me out.
So it's Brain Dead / Dead Alive.
Dead Alive. I just found it too.
Yeah. So it's still Brain Dead. Yeah. Peter Jackson directed it.
Yeah.
Mr. Lord of the Rings himself.
They're literally in that movie. He's just. I think it was at the end when like the whole like mansion's infested with like zombies. He just has. I think it's a lawnmower. And he's literally just like put on top of their heads, and it's just raining. Like buckets, like it's just literally raining fake blood. And
my favorite slasher is actually Blade. Okay.
Anyone watch Tucker and Dale versus Evil?
Yeah, I've seen that. That's pretty good.
I forgot about that one. That's a really good one, actually.
That's a goofy one.
Yeah.
My favorite slasher has to go to Freddy versus Jason.
Oh, that's a fun one too. Yeah.
It's goofy as shit, but as it was advertised, it seemed hella iconic. It opens up to no bullshit, straight to the titties. So as a kid, I appreciated that because I knew where to rewind to. Then it's just Freddy versus Jason. It was fun.
Yeah, I think that was one of the movies that came out when like stealing pay-per-view was a thing.
Mm-hmm. Remember fucking Jason in Space?
Yeah.
Did anyone see Jason in Space? That was a fucking fun one.
I never seen it,
but I just remember all the fucking. I remember. Because that's when I had like a lot of like the free pay-per-view shit. So I'd see like the trailers for it was always like
they had to get rid of Mr. Voorhees himself, so they ship him off to space. But they sent a crew of like 12 people up with him, and he's like, "Hey, turns out I can't freeze motherfuckers," and he breaks out and just slowly on.
Does he have like a metal mask in that one too? Like
it's like Freddy X or something.
Yeah.
No, it's Jason X.
Or Jason X. Sorry.
Jason X, yeah.
See, when I want to watch like stuff for SpookyTober, we can watch that.
I'll watch that all day. Fucking Jason in Space is fucking funny.
I've been teasing Jeff that because it's October, I want to watch scary movies. But he's like, no.
So last year, to make sure that she was dating the manliest of men, because we were newly dating last year, we weren't even a month in at this point. I committed to watching every paranormal activity movie with her.
I'm going to start that tonight. I'm starting that tonight as soon as we get off this.
Dude, we got all the Blu-rays. Fuck, I hate those movies. My God. No, Freddy vs. Jason is fantastic. But the most iconic scene to me, still to this point, was that one chick from One Tree Hill holding like a machete going, "Welcome to my world, bitch!" And he cuts fucking Freddy's head off. So Jason takes it and he goes back into the lake, but Freddy wakes up like decapitated. Freddy's like, "Aha!" and like winks at the camera. Of course.
There's a point where like those movies just got like more goofy as they went along, and they're just like, people just want to see tits, gore, and just.
And they only had one set that was some horse shit, and they only lasted like I think 3 seconds. It's super hard to like jerk off to as a teenage boy with no access to.
It's right at the beginning too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's horse shit too, because she's not like having sex or anything. She just like leans forward, shows her titties. But no, there's the one point Freddy comes out and he's in like the world of reality fighting Jason, and he somehow turns the whole fight into a pinball machine or some bullshit. But as Jason's like ragdoll body's going like ping, 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 Freddy's whole reaction is like and he's being filmed just doing this. Fuck, it's such a nutty movie, but it's so fun.
it's though that whole genre, it almost turned to like what the Fast series is basically. Like, they try so hard to make it
universe.
Yeah, they try so hard to make it like a car lover's wet dream, but then they got shit on so much about like just the little tiniest things that are just so inaccurate in like the car world that they just kind of were like, well, let's just start turning them into heist movies with cars. Which I don't hate.
What are you talking about?
The Fast and like
Furious. The Fate of the Furious.
Yeah. So
Did Fast 9 already
Jason
come out?
movie.
Or are we waiting on Fast 9?
No. Fast 9, they just had a trailer for it.
Okay, is that the one that's coming out?
Yeah.
I don't know what number they're on yet anymore. I can remember Fate was the last one.
I just know John Cena shows up.
Yeah, it's Don Toretto's brother.
That's the newest one. Yeah, that's the one that they haven't released yet.
Yeah, that's Fast 9?
Yeah, I believe so.
They introduced
Is there even a number to it?
Theron. What's her name?
Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron. Yeah, that's her name, yeah. When the one with her that she's in, they committed to a 3-movie kind of like arc containing her as a bad guy. Which is why the first one's kind of lackluster, because obviously they got to build up compared to that.
Yeah.
So I felt that they purposely set the bar low. And then, yeah.
They mentioned her in the Hobbs and Shaw one, too.
I haven't seen it.
Did they?
It's all right. It's a fun movie.
I think I stopped after... Actually, the one...
I mean, the movie ends with literally just a fist fight.
Did my phone die?
Maybe.
Oh, I think my phone died. What? Did it not happen?
Why won't you die? That's the real question.
Well,
Yeah, Hobbs and Shaw literally just ends in a fist fight of a super enhanced Idris Elba who can't beat The Rock and Jason Statham.
Oh, that's fucking stupid. That pisses me off. I thought they go to Hawaii or something.
They do, and it ends in a fist fight.
Oh, Christ.
I didn't watch
Hawaii Island.
I didn't watch the last one.
The best part is they go anime because they win with the power of teamwork.
Yeah, you base them individually. Oh!
It's literally they're like not
what if
working
we work together?
Detroit Smash! Literally what happens. It's great.
Or what is it? Detroit Smash or New York City?
No, I think it's Detroit.
Smash.
No, Detroit Smash is the weaker one. Then there's a stronger
The
one.
United States of Smash.
Is it?
That's All Might.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Or does All Might? Oh yeah, never mind. Okay, I get it. I was watching a highlight of all the best anime fights in movies of recent years, and I was like, "Hey, I've seen that. That's fucking My Hero." I was quite happy.
Was Broly in there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was a fantastic fight.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anyways, with that, we can cap off week 22 of the Manga Club. Next week, we are reading a psychological one. Which one?
I don't know.
Which one?
What was the one, CC, you and Segate had suggested?
Frankenstein?
Shut up. No camera having ass.
What was that, CC?
Blood on the Trail.
Is that the one with the... Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Okay. Next, we're reading Blood on the Trail. We're going to continue our SpookyTober. And with that, I have been your host. We're here with Michael.
What's up?
Alyssa.
Hello.
William. Cece. Gans. And I am your host, Jeff, as always. Thank you very much.